This is Tom Fox. I live in the Texas Hill Country. On Friday, July 4th, Kirk County saw the worst flooding it has ever seen. At this point, as I'm recording this podcast, nearly 70 people have been found dead, and there are many, many more people still missing. I'm going to ask you to please consider a donation to the Hill Country Flood Relief Fund. I've listed it in the show notes. I know it's a little bit unusual to make this request, but I can't tell you the tragedy that has unfolded in my home county over the 4th of July weekend. Thank you for your consideration. And now, on to the Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News for July 29, 2025. The Is CEO Conduct Ever Personal Edition. And we begin with that story from Bloomberg, which reports that Albertsons has demanded details on the personal conduct that led to Kroger firing its chief executive officer, as he was the one who shepherded the failed $24.6 billion takeover that's now the focus of the two companies. Earlier this year, CEO Rodney McMullen abruptly resigned after a board investigation into his behavior that was, quote, inconsistent, end quote, with company policies on business ethics, but the company did not elaborate. Albertson attorney said they need to see what happened since McMullen micromanaged the merger from beginning to end, and his business ethics, or lack thereof, lie at the heart of the new lawsuit. Next up, what happens when there's corruption in the army? Well, in Russia, it means failure after failure after failure after failure. And Russian authorities are increasingly pursuing corruption cases against regional and military officials that are putting the elite on guard, and in some cases may be aimed at quelling public anger around battlefield failures. Government officials said in 3 of the 5 Russian regions bordering Ukraine have been arrested and accused by prosecutors of embezzling funds. I know you're shocked, just shocked to hear that Russian government officials would embezzle funds, but a high purge of military officials is in the offing. Next up, there's probably not a company with more tarnished image right now than United Health Group and United Healthcare. It used to be a big money maker, but then they had a gargantuan cyber attack, federal investigations, including criminal inquiry into its most important billing businesses, which of course is billing, killing of a top executive, the public relations crisis of its high denial of claims, and in May, it faced a complete collapse of confidence among investors and got rid of its CEO. So you think things can't get any worse? Well, just look at United Healthcare. Of course, the criminal investigation, and if it shows that they wrongfully denied claims, which everyone thinks is the truth, then it's going to be even worse. Finally, a very interesting story from the Financial Times, which reports that Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders is leading the charge to break up U.S. pharma companies. So state governors are moving to break up big pharma, and what they want to do is divest the pharmaceutical companies from the pharmaceutical stores in their states. Oh, this is a very interesting development in antitrust law. You go, girl. Over the July 4th weekend, we had perhaps the worst tragedy to ever hit my home county in its history over this weekend, and myself and my family are fine, but multiple others who lost loved ones, lost family members, are obviously not fine. So if you can find your way to help with any donation, I would greatly appreciate it. This is Tom Fox. Thank you very much. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.